Jordyn Jones and Barron Brantley each trying to shift the blame to the other for what happened to Alexis.
Hello, my Glamour Raiders. Welcome back. So glad to have you come back. I just wanted to give you all an update, like I said I would, in regards to the Alexis Crawford's case. I will be providing you the new updates. Basically, the two killers are accusing each other and blaming each other for the murder. They're not really saying they didn't do it, but they're trying to make it seem as if one was more responsible than the other. Also, we have updates that the roommate, Jordyn, had attempted to flee before they found out she was a suspect. And just for everyone, all of this is alleged. It hasn't been, this is what was said in the news report, but again, these are still allegations as they haven't been completely proven to be true, meaning they haven't been found guilty of any of this as of yet. Also, Jordyn, the roommate, was also being accused of witness intimidation. Okay, so read about it. I have several video clips for you all with the updates and also a couple of news clippings of what's going on. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
New details in a Clark Atlanta student's murder. Alexis Crawford, a detective testifying one of the suspects hid in Crawford's apartment for 4 days after she accused him of rape, then burst out of the bedroom and choked her.
That suspect, the boyfriend of Crawford's roommate, the roommate also charged in the murder. And from what we have seen in court so far, the boyfriend and the roommate may be trying to blame each other for what happened.
Yeah, really compelling day in court today. 11 Alive's Deborah Tuff explains what we've learned up to now. Deb?
You know, we knew from police reports before that after the alleged sex assault, Alexis Crawford was too scared to sleep in her own room. Today, the detective testified Alexis had no idea her roommate Jordyn Jones sneaked her boyfriend, Barron Brantley, back into the apartment after the alleged sex assault and that he stayed hidden, sometimes in the apartment along with Crawford, while the roommate was in class. Crawford was first reported missing November 1st by her family. Police interviewed her roommate, Jordyn Jones, who told police she'd gone to bed October 30th. When she woke up, Crawford was gone. But Detective Michael Young testified today surveillance video from the apartment parking deck showed Jones was lying.
It shows at 3:11 a.m. on the 31st, Jordyn Jones and Brantley going out to Jones' car, backing up. They're off camera for about 6 or 7 minutes. There's a door that leads to her apartment where she backed up to. Leave the apartment complex at 3:18.
Young says the video showed they came back about an hour later, and he testified Jones eventually admitted she and Crawford got into a physical fight. And that's when Brantley, who'd been hiding in the apartment, popped out of the bedroom and choked her. The detective says Brantley says Jones took it a step further.
Jordyn Jones put a plastic bag over her head.
Jones allegedly told police after realizing Crawford was dead, they put her in a bin and dumped it in the park. The detective said Jones was the one who led police to the body.
Her hands were bound and a blue T-shirt was around her neck.
The detective said Jones's parents had given her the bin the body was dumped in.
And her parents were coming down to move her out, and she needed the reason why the bin was missing.
New details in the disappearance and death of Alexis Crawford. Warrants reveal the Clark Atlanta University student was allegedly strangled and smothered after a fight with a roommate and the roommate's boyfriend. Crawford was reported missing on November 1st, just one day after police say that she was murdered, but her body wasn't found until 7 days later in a DeKalb County park.
Hope Ford has the warrants, and Hope, it says both suspects had something to do with how Alexis died.
Yeah, according to the warrants, Crawford was physically choked by one suspect and a black trash bag placed over her head, smothering her by the other suspect. And what makes this Also shocking is her murder happened a few hours after she was last seen on surveillance video with her roommate. 11 p.m., October 30th, Jordyn Jones tells police she took Crawford to a liquor store. Here Crawford is on camera, and it's these pictures that would be released after Crawford was reported missing. But as it turns out, warrants show Baron Brantley, Jones's boyfriend, admitted to police the two women got into a physical altercation soon after the trip to the liquor store. Then between 2:30 and 5 a.m. on Halloween, the warrant says Jones smothered the victim until she stopped breathing, with Brantley getting involved and choking the victim as well. This report shows Brantley confessed that he and Jones placed Crawford's body in a plastic bin and took it to Exchange Park in DeKalb County. Now we know what happens next: a missing persons report, searches, vigils, and the eventual arrest of Jones and Brantley.
The case has come to one of the saddest conclusions possible.
And during this time, Reverend Markel Hutchins, a spokesperson for the Crawford family, says Jones was posting on her Instagram account, sharing Crawford's missing persons report, and even writing, "This is a difficult time for me right now, and I just feel helpless." She also asked people to stop harassing her and put their energy into finding my friend. And those posts on Jones' Instagram were made days after the warrants show Crawford was already dead. Now, both Jones and Brantley are scheduled to appear next in court on November 22nd.
Just 4 days before she was killed, Crawford had accused Brantley of sexually assaulting her, and Jones told police it had caused a rift between her and Crawford.
He admitted to choking Alexis, Miss Crawford. And while he was choking Miss Crawford, Jordyn Jones put a plastic bag over her head.
Disturbing new details exposing the brutality last week and the awful story of Alexis Crawford's final moments. This week, both of the Clark Atlanta senior's alleged killers, her roommate and her roommate's boyfriend, were in court. From what we have seen so far, Jordyn Jones and Baron Brantley each trying to shift the blame to the other for what happened to Alexis. Elwin Lopez takes us through the timeline.
Yeah, Jeff, Alexis Crawford had accused Baron Brantley of sexually assaulting her just 4 days before she was killed. His DNA was found in the rape kit, even though Jordyn Jones, his girlfriend and Crawford's roommate, told Crawford's parents that it wasn't. That's just some of the shocking details we're learning today. October 26, it was homecoming weekend when detectives say Alexis Crawford, her roommate Jordyn Jones, and Jones' boyfriend Baron Brantley went out drinking. Lead detective Michael Young testified that Jones said she went to lie down after they got home, and when she woke up, she told investigators she went looking for her boyfriend. She said the bathroom door was locked, and when she knocked on the door, Brantley then came out immediately saying he had not raped Crawford. The roommate told police Crawford was unconscious on the floor, and Brantley took off in her car. Police say Jones called 911 to report that her boyfriend had stolen her car, and also told them Crawford had told her that Brantley had sexually assaulted her. According to Atlanta police, Crawford at first refused to talk to the officer, but 15 minutes later, police were called back to the apartment and Crawford filed a sexual assault report. The next day, October 27th, Crawford went to the hospital to get a rape kit. That same day, Brantley told police Jones snuck him back into the apartment she shared with Crawford. He hid in Jones' room until October 30th, Crawford never knew her alleged attacker was just feet away for 4 days. On October 30th, we previously reported Jones took Crawford to the liquor store. Later, she stated that when she woke up, Crawford was gone. But now detectives say Jones eventually admitted that she and Crawford got into a physical fight. And that's when Brantley, still hiding in the apartment, allegedly popped out of the bedroom and choked Crawford. That's when Brantley told detectives his girlfriend took things to a different level.
Jordyn Jones put a plastic bag over her head.
According to what he told police, Brantley then cleaned up the blood, which police didn't discover during their initial check of the apartment. It was only after they returned and examined the living room with luminol that the crime scene was revealed. Jones allegedly told police after realizing Crawford was dead, they put her in a bin and dumped it in a park. A detective testified that after that, Brantley and Jones returned home, slept, and then went to a Halloween party that same day. And it was after detectives saw surveillance video from their apartment showing Brantley and Jones getting into the car around 3 a.m. that Jones, along with her dad, led police to Crawford's body at Exchange Park in Decatur, going to a few other parks before the one where Crawford's body was located. Jeff?
You will find a Clark Atlanta student now charged with killing a roommate is accused of trying to cover up the crime and to leave the state. Prosecutors arguing it is too risky to let Jordyn Jones out of jail on bond while she awaits trial. The judge agreeing.
Jones and her boyfriend, Baron Brantley, are charged with killing Alexis Crawford, who also was a student at CAU. Her body was found in a DeKalb County park more than a week after her family first reported her missing.
Police say she was killed just days after Crawford accused Brantley of sexually assaulting her. Caitlin Ross is walking us through the new allegations leveled today in court. Caitlin.
Yeah, today we heard from those parties. Prosecutors asked the judge to keep Jordyn Jones in custody, saying they think if she's allowed to post bond, she would try to intimidate witnesses or even leave Georgia. Prosecutors say before Jones was publicly identified as a suspect, she tried to withdraw from the college and move back to Michigan. They say while Jones was allegedly trying to hide Crawford's body, she was also packing.
She had sent a message after she helped stuff Ms. Crawford's body into the Rubbermaid tote to a friend, asking her to replace that tote so she could put her clothes from her home.
Prosecutors also accused Jones of lying to Crawford's family about the alleged sexual assault involving Jones's boyfriend. They say Jones called Crawford's family and told them a rape kit at the hospital did not contain any DNA evidence. Prosecutors say that's a flat-out lie, and the kit does contain Brantley's DNA. The defense argues Jones supported Crawford after she was allegedly assaulted, even going with her to the hospital. They also say Jones only tried to withdraw from Clark Atlanta within the past 2 days. Still, the judge did not grant bond today. Jones and Brantley are both due back in court again tomorrow for a preliminary hearing where we could hear from detectives in the case.
We learned significant new details in court. Caitlin, thank you.
Okay, so I see you all probably have watched everything, and give me a comment down below what you think about this new updates in the case and how you feel about it. Also, if you're newly watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also the like button if you really like the video. And I hope you would come back and join the Glam Squad. Okay? All right. Again, I love my Glamorators. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may you all have a blessed